And now, a movie review from Man. Today's subject, Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice.
Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. I mean, what is there to say? It's bad. It's bad. But to be honest, that's kind of what I expected going into this. But it went lower than my original expectations. That's the thing about it. I mean, I went in knowing, it's not going to be as hype as it should be, considering, you didn't set up this new Batman. You're throwing in Wonder Woman for no reason. Aquaman's supposed to be in it. Cyborg's supposed to be in it. Jesse Eisenberg. And then when the trailer started hitting, I was like, okay, looks okay. Then the second trailer hit, I'm like, oh god, you fucked up. You fucked up. You're so fucked up. The story is Batman versus Superman. You know, Bruce Wayne wants payback for, Superman destroying Metropolis and destroying one of his buildings during the fight with Zod and Man of Steel. So the motivation makes sense. I get that. It's just, it just feels so drab and dreary. Like, it's too dark. I mean, it's a superhero movie. Have some fun. Recognize this isn't real. You can be playful here. They don't even do that. They don't even have fun with it. Everyone just feels so... most of the actors, I can definitely say, were good. The only one was just Jesse Eisenberg. And he wasn't awful, he just was passable. He was just a passable actor. Because the way he played Lex Luthor just seemed too Loki mixed with Joker. It's like, why? I mean, when I think Lex Luthor, I think of the Lex Luthor from Superman the Animated Series. That type of Lex Luthor. That bald, full-blown black dude with that deep voice and can sound intimidating, Here, I can't be intimidated by this guy. He's just so weak and so weak-looking and crazy and odd. It's like, he's not awful. He's not. He just really isn't that good at Lex. Wonder Woman, she was okay. She was wasted, to be honest. They just kind of throw her in the movie because why the hell not? I mean, the person playing her, I couldn't get much of a big impression from her. They, for some reason, decided to go with a bit of an accent for her, so that's the strange part. Maybe I'll get used to it when the Wonder Woman movie comes out, but for right now, I don't have much of an impression on her. When they use her, she's just kind of okay. And awful, but she's okay. Ben Affleck as Batman, he's great. He does a great job as Batman. He really does. I like it. I like what he does here. I wasn't on the whole, Ben Affleck is Batman. No, that it doesn't fit. I was on the, we'll see. And then I also remembered Michael Keaton. I got word of Michael Keaton when he was Batman that a lot of people didn't like that neither because they couldn't see him in the role. And then I thought, yeah, that actually does make kind of sense. Bruce Wayne is supposed to be this guy who doesn't look like he could go around beating the crap out of criminals at night. So Michael Keaton looking like that kind of makes sense. Christian Bale, yeah, it kind of feels like he's up to something. He clearly is up to something. He's trying to compensate. Ben Affleck, he plays it well enough that, I don't see him about to do anything. like you don't see Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck play Bruce Wayne as a guy who's clearly got something going on. Now, Batman in general in this movie, they did not do him any justice. Ben Affleck was good, but the way they wrote Batman, oh, they did not. They kind of fucked him up. I won't give any big spoilers away, but let's just say they kind of go against what Batman does when it comes to fighting criminals. And Doomsday. I mean, it's not a spoiler. He was in the second trailer. So, he was such a waste. He was so much of a fucking waste. I mean, it would have made sense had they, given us multiple Superman movies, like make this the third movie, and then decide Doomsday's in here and we're gonna kill Superman. I'm like, okay, you gave us enough time to get to know this Superman and like him. Granted, Man of Steel, we got to know that Superman and we don't like him. To be honest, I think a lot of us are starting to catch on that Superman's just not a very good superhero. I explained that in an earlier video, but plug. But yeah, with Superman, I just feel like, we're getting to the point we can't use him anymore as a superhero or even as a relatable one. He's just too powerful. And with Doomsday, it was too much of a waste. I mean, this is supposed to be the thing that can kill him, but it's like you don't hype him up. You just say, here's Doomsday. It's like, why? Yeah, it would have been great had you, tried introducing Darkseid. That'd be kind of cool. I kind of would be okay with that. But you did no build up to it. So, yeah. I saw this movie in IMAX. And I gotta say, they had 3 scenes that were clearly shot in IMAX. 2 of them were wasted. The scene with the desert where you see Batman in the desert fighting off those guys, that's a waste. When you see the movie, you'll see why that was a waste. And then the ending, it's shot in IMAX, and it's like, why was that shot in IMAX? That didn't warrant that to be shot in IMAX. It looks pretty, like both the desert scene and the ending look pretty as hell, but they don't warrant IMAX. The actual fight between Batman and Superman, it looks very nice. I actually like the fight. It was pretty good. But it was just, it's just, why waste that? Granted, I probably shouldn't even seen it in IMAX. It really wasn't a movie worth IMAX. And Lois Lane, she was so useless in this movie. She's proving that the damsel in distress formula just doesn't work. You can't put them in here anymore. They're useless. Unless you're going to give them like a power suit where they can help fight, they're useless. Human beings are basically useless in this case. So, yeah, basically just omit her from the film. She's really nothing here. All in all, it's one of those, if you really just like movies, maybe you'll probably enjoy it. But if you're a comic book fan, a Batman or a Superman fan or a Wonder Woman fan, and take in mind, they really try to build up Justice League too much. Like, you start seeing too much of the clearly I'm trying to build a different world here, or another world here, and the Jesus symbolism and God symbolism. Ugh, fuck, they overuse it. But ultimately, it's one of those films that just says, I mean, if you really like Superman and Batman, go see it, I guess. But I say it's one of those it's kind of a skip. if anything. I mean, if you want to want to really keep up with this Justice League thing that they're trying to get going, maybe you should maybe watch it just for that. But there's not a lot of good. The tone is just so drab and dreary. It's really not fun to watch. It takes itself way too seriously. It's a mess of a film. But that's just a thought.